All right, good morning, chat. I'm so mad. My controller. What's up, Hughes? How you doing? How is it going? Who you guys over here? What's up, Brick? Hey, good morning, Tim, man. What's up, Ducky Soap? What's going on? Yeah, I should have done this first. Thanks for the donation. All right, Michael, how you doing? What up, Vio Victory? Grinding some mods in Gen 4, very nice. Enjoy the pain. Yeah. I will. I just want to get over the intro, you know? My water. The intro in these new fucking games, even the good ones, are just so miserably long. I have to put stuff in my Pokemon home. I like basically have nothing in it. I was thinking about doing some kind of Natdex challenge to like complete Pokemon home. I don't know how many people have made videos on it or whatever, but yeah, I was thinking about doing like, I don't know. I was trying to think of ways like a Professor Oak's challenge or something like that could be interesting to me and to viewers, but I don't know in which way that it could be, you know? Like, I was thinking about maybe the way I would do it is I'd get a shiny living dex in every single gen. And each gen would transfer up. But then I thought about that. And the real issue with that is honestly, simply, that if I was to get like a shiny living dex in Gen 3, 4, totally doable, no issue at all. Getting the Pokemon from Gen 4 to Gen 5, or from Gen 3 to Gen 4 would take forever. Yeah, like the original thought was to do living regional dexes. So it'd be a living regional Hoenn dex, a living region Kanto dex, a living regional Sinnoh dex, and then a Johto dex, etc., and move up and up and up and up and up. I am thinking once this Worlds thing is over, I might because I've been working on Gen 6 guides for the for retailrng.com. Or Gen 6 guides for retailrng.com. And I kind of realized, low key, this is gonna sound crazy, low key the shiny charm is kind of, I don't want to say it's necessary, but it's actually pretty important. It meaningfully makes the RNG easier in Gen 6. Literally having the shiny charm, it even makes non-shiny RNGs easier because it duplicates the shiny frame. It duplicates all advances to have 3 rolls, basically. Oh god, this looks awful. I should have played this first. I should have played it on the Switch 1 first. Yeah, should have played on the Switch 1 first before, but that's okay. There are load time differences on some games that are invisible. Right? This feels like a remaster of this game. I feel like it's when, like, Cyberpunk 20... whatever it was... released on PS4... and it just didn't work. I wonder if there's a world where you could have set this game to be like a lower resolution and it just worked better. Like on the Switch. I don't think most people are saying... I think most people aren't saying that, like, Scarlet and Violet are, like, it's, like, weird to enjoy them. Because, like, I think the thing is, even the worst Pokemon games are fun in the post-game. Like, when you beat the game and you just get full freedom, there's no more plot, and you could just run around and collect shit. Like, there's just no problem, you know? So, you know, this game it's open world, you can travel around. If you like running around catching little guys, then there's fun. I think, like, the honest thoughts on this game is, like, it is a lot better on the Switch, too. The game should not have been allowed to ship onto the Switch 1 in its state. Like, something should have been done about it. Like, who even knows what they could have done, but, like, it just should not have been, like, the functionality of the product is so poor that it is embarrassing that they released it like that. Scarlet and Violet are good games. Without Switch 2, it was fine. I mean, I don't think that's true, to be honest with you. You're allowed to like Scarlet and Violet. I would not really even call Scarlet and Violet good games on the Switch 2, to be honest with you. If you want to say it's good for a Pokemon game, I could agree there's a grade to be curved there. I don't, like, hate these games, but... yeah, Arvin's theme is really good. I mean, the Pokemon games always have good music. That's the thing, right? is that folks should lower their standards. I literally just think these games should not have been allowed to be released this way. That's the main thing, is with how bad the frame rate is and how many times the camera just clips through the floor. I don't care that much about load timers. Hey, what's up? We were supposed to play Melee yesterday or Monday. Dude, this girl is tall. I don't know if I can play today, but I can definitely play tomorrow. Oh, you bought Legends Arceus? It's very good. The first hour... You don't work today? Where's stupid girl? It is way different than I expected. Legends Arceus is not a normal Pokemon game, yeah. I just don't get valid. The first hour or two is kind of bad of that game. There's like a huge amount of tutorials. But eventually it lets you off the reins, and whenever it lets you start like dodge rolling and just catching Pokemon, it's pretty fun. It gets really good once you get the first mount. You just got the dodge roll? Yeah, that's when the game picks up. Wait, no. I don't want to move my camera because I have Omega stick drift on this controller. Alright, Ben, well, you have a good day at your job. Oh. Yeah. I'm having a stroke. There we go. It's actually not even an official controller. Where can you RNG Zekrom Reshiram? I mean, you can RNG manip Zekrom and Reshiram in every single game that they're in. They can't be shiny in black and white too, but you could still get them with good stats. How do you have a level 88 Meow? I traded it via Pokemon Home to another game and spammed rare candies on it. For them to be shiny, Gen 6, 7. Both you can RNG manip them to be shiny. They're not in... Or no, they're in Sword and Shield, but they're not manipable. And they're not in Legends Arceus or BDSP. So it's just Omega Ruby and just... Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I guess is probably where it is. Here, bye. I wish I could ride my horse already. That's another way that Legends Arceus, when it improves, once you get the first mount in that game, it gets really, really fun. Need the roller skates back from Pokemon X and Y. They were kind of fun. It is so crazy that the running shoes just don't even exist anymore. Like, you could just have analog movement now, which I guess makes sense, but part of me is like, damn. Rest in peace, little guys. What is a cool Trophymon to get in early gen games? What do you mean by Trophymon? So funny, I've made like four or five cute charm guides. I've never once done a cute charm playthrough. Like, super rare. Morning, Rupdat. Like a RBY shiny Tauros or Chansey. There's a boom outside. A super rare Pokemon that is a trophy mon. If you're talking Gen 3 where it's manipable, I tend to go for the legendary beasts. Especially Raikou. Raikou is really hard to get. It is like not even an easy, it's like still a tough manip in Colo. I mean, the music in this game is really good. Almost all Pokemon games have really good music, to be honest with you. The only thing I don't like about Nemona is that she's like, it's like a little bit weird. She's already a champion, and she's just like, she's like a player. It's almost like a person who restarts Pokemon games over and over again. Like, she's literally done and completed the Champions Quest before, and this year for her Treasure Quest or whatever the heck, she's gonna do it again. Get your full new team of Pokemon, beat every gym again, and then beat the champion again. It's like, what the hell? Shiny Deoxys is the biggest trophy from Gen 3. Shiny Deoxys is definitely easier to get than Raikou. Well, Scarlet and Violet does this thing with the music where a lot of the tracks are the same. I think it's actually really cool. Where if you're in the overworld and then you get into a battle, the battle version of that track is the same as the overworld version, right? I just want my fucking horse. How can anyone... Actually, how can one get Shiny Celebi, Shiny Jirachi? Jirachi is available shiny multiple different ways. Shiny Celebi is only possible via the Virtual Console Crystal version on the 3DS, so it's getting very rare. What the... Okay. Shiny Jirachi, though, is available in Scarlet... Or not Scarlet. Shiny Jirachi is available in both GameCube games. It's available on Pokemon Channel, the European and Australian releases, and then it's available on Pokemon bonus disc, the bonus disc. I couldn't think of it. And then the other thing to think of is is the BDSP Jirachi and Mew, are they shinyable, or are they I know you can RNG manip them, but I don't know if they're shiny huntable or not. So you can get Mew and they're locked. Okay. I don't know why they even made Celebi so rare. Like, Celebi is not even available as... Celebi is not even as available as, like, Mew or Jirachi. Like, there's... Has there even... It's only been one in-game event for Mew. I do not play Go, and I don't know if I ever will. You are always, in every single Pokemon game, always able to over-level your own Pokemon. So if... I don't know if the game wants me to. So... if I was to sit in the starting area... If I was to sit in the starting area of this game... and level this to 88 without any, like, my own Pokemon. It's got to have your trainer ID and secret ID and stuff. If you were to level it up yourself to level 88 like I did now, then it would obey you. And you could do that in literally every Pokemon game. The restriction only applies to, in the older games, it applies to only traded Pokemon. And then in this game, it applies to if you catch a Pokemon above your level cap. So, the gyms in this game don't just make it traded. Like, I could go right now to a level 50 Garchomp and catch it immediately. Like, right now I could catch it, but it wouldn't listen to me. And that's a new Scarlet. That might have been in no, that's a new Scarlet and Violet mechanic, I think. It might be in Legends Arceus, I'm not sure, but it's definitely in this game, because in Sword and Shield, you just can't catch Pokemon that are too high level. You're scared. How did I overlevel it? I put it into Pokemon Home, put it into a different copy of Scarlet, and used a bunch of EXP candies on it. I also should have done one level higher, to be honest with you. Grookey or Score Bunny? Grookey. Because kids are not interested in things we consider to determine if games are good. Kids can this is like actually a misnomer. Children can definitely understand that something is wrong with the game. And I easily have the perfect example, which is myself. I have this Toy Story 2 Game Boy Color video game. And I could never beat the first level as a kid. And when I was a kid, I just always thought, this game is so hard. Why is it so hard? I can't, this must be the hardest game I ever played. And then when I went to play it, as an adult, I was like, oh, this shit just sucks. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't tell you where to go. What to name the Grookey? Chumbus. What game isn't worth €70? What are we saying? What is the price? What game are we complaining about? Yeah, this game is not worth $70. This game should not have been allowed to be sold for the Switch 1, to be honest with you. I literally just think the game is not released like in an acceptable state. Like products just game companies and publishers need to be bullied more and like shown like this shit is not good. It's not just Pokemon is not the only one having trouble with this type of quality issue. Like if Scarlet and Violet just had really long loading times like this or whatever, man. That doesn't matter to me. It's like, it's the frame rate, like the Castle Royale Lake is like unplayable. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that that's really the problem. It's the Terra raids still have like so many glitched animations, even in the Switch 2 version. Like, it's bad for consumers, it's bad for the developers. Like, the only thing games like this is good for are, I guess, the publishers. I don't think it's not like about visual fidelity. I think the game looks okay. Like I don't care about graphics. Like in that sense, like this game could have had like this game could have had the poly count of a fucking PlayStation 1 game and I wouldn't have cared. I mean, a game can have frame drops, that's fine. I just think the quantity in this game is pretty tough. Frame rate can be a non-issue for me if it's consistent. You know? The problem with Scarlet and Violet is how heavily it tanks in random areas. Like, the only reason, like, frame rate is, like, a problem, even, is because it's, like, the ability to control my character goes down. Like, it's not easy. Yeah, that's really lag and stutter, yeah. I feel like many times I have an inability to properly control my character, to be honest. Actually, hilariously, if you want to talk about a game that's like that, you could talk about BDSP. I don't know how they managed to fuck it up on a 2D game, but BDSP has the worst controls in a Pokemon game. I mean, what do you need Pokefinder Researcher for? There's no real, like, I don't know how I could give a guide on how to use Researcher. It's like a multi-purpose researching tool that you use to test specific things. You kind of have to just know what it is. No, I mean, I don't care if the game runs at 30 or 60 or whatever. Obviously, it looks nicer at 60, but... No, BDSP, it's not about lag. It's not about anything. It's about, in BDSP, when you're playing that game, if you are using the analog stick to move in the overworld, the maps are identical to the DS games, which mean they are designed to work on a 4-directional grid. So if you're moving with the analog stick, if you're moving around with the analog stick, you end up bumping into stuff, diagonal doesn't work right, it really isn't very good. And so your reaction would be to be like, oh, we'll just use the D-pad. The D-pad also doesn't work. For some reason in that game, the buttons, which directions you push, it does not always turn. Like, if you're walking left, right? And then you hit right, your character will sometimes just do a turnaround and stop and then start walking right instead of just instant turnarounding. I don't know how they fucked it up, but they did. I only play Pokemon Pearl on DS. I won't ever buy a newer Pokemon until they release a new game with all Pokemon from all gen, otherwise why bothers? I mean, Pokemon games are more than just... They can... Okay, stop. They are more than just to facilitate... A Pokemon game doesn't only have to be about having every guy and collecting every guy. Right? I think Legends Arceus is like the best Pokemon game they've made in like literally since Black and White version. And that game doesn't have like any Pokemon. It has like 200 maybe. Well, there's also plenty of N64 games that run really smooth. Super Smash Bros. On the N64 runs at 60 FPS. It's like hard lock to it. I mean, I don't know that I would be happy with Scarlet and Violet if they released it as is, but then lowered the price to $30 or $40. I think I would just be sad. I would be like, oh, they've just given up making the games. I do not personally want Pokemon to turn into an MMO, and I think what they're doing is the better direction. Right? Which is they're turning the competitive aspect into Pokemon Champions. They're turning the competitive aspect into Pokemon Champions. And then they're just gonna be experimental with games like Legends Arceus, which is what I hope stays happening. And Legends ZA. Relax, people. I'm gonna do everything. I was kind of nervous about ZA until I saw the Switch 2 footage. And some of the footage on the Japanese channel, and they look great, I think. Oh. I'm not hyped about the new battle system, but I want another game like Legends Arceus with the catching. What is happening? Meowscarada was just there. Did you guys see that? Meowscarada spawned for like 1 frame. Did anybody see that? What the? Oh. The date is probably all insane on these pictures. I was like date skipping. Oh, this might not be worth it to find. Videos. Ah, here we go. Watch this. There's Meowscarada. I can't control the game at this point, by the way, and then it goes away. What the fuck? We want to go this way, right? Oh no, we want to go this way. I don't know if Scarlet and Violet I would say they felt incomplete. I didn't feel like much was missing. I was actually a little curious as to what they would be able to do. I was a little curious as with what they would be able to do with the DLC in this game because it didn't feel incomplete. Sword and Shield and X and Y felt like incomplete games to me. They felt like they had more business to do. You know, this game didn't feel incomplete. I mean, it felt unfinished, as in literally they didn't have enough time to make it function. But like that's not incomplete. Like the base game in this one felt pretty complete to me. The biggest thing so far for me is the fucking the load time on the menus is so awful on the Switch 1 version. It's like unreal. I thought when the Switch 2 patch hit and I first saw footage of like Jeff going through the menus, I was like, what the fuck? It just works now? Like, I thought the box thing was never going to be fixable. What are you supposed to do in post-game besides raids? That is the intent of Scarlet and Violet's post-game should be very obvious, and it's a little bit humorous that you're kind of missing it. Which is, Pokemon has been moving away from these battling endgames for quite some time. If you can't see it, you're just not noticing it. So, Scarlet and Violet is really meant to have two post-games. Competitive Pokemon and collecting Pokemon. Right? It's literally all it's supposed to have. It's supposed to have two exact post-games. And it's supposed to be one where you collect Pokemon, run around in the overworld, collect all the Pokemon, finish the Pokedex, get rare Pokemon from raids, get rare Pokemon from, like, Goldengo, who's kind of annoying to collect, stuff like that. That's what you're meant to do. It is literally meant to be collecting and shiny hunting. That is the actual purpose and design of the post game. And it's pretty much been like this. I would argue for sure Sword and Shield, but you could even argue Sun and Moon, and I'm not going to disagree with you. They want the post game to be like these, like it should be so obvious. Like they want the post game to be these like co-op, like people were talking about like wanting to make Pokemon an MMO, and like they're kind of doing that, right? Like you're supposed to be doing a ton of raids with your friends. They do community events where there's special raids coming out and people have to band together to do them. Like it is supposed to be like a sort of pseudo live service game where there's actively updating raids and doing that shit over and over and over again while also having a ranked battle system. When Dynamax Adventure Shiny Rate was confirmed, Pokemon kind of changed. Dynamax Adventure Shiny Rate is not really a big deal because of how long it takes. Like, people who look at shiny odds and just look at them in isolation are like a little bit brain broken. If you look at the shiny odds in Dynamax Adventure and you're like, it's so easy, it's 1 in 200 or whatever, the quantity of Pokemon viewed per reset is unbelievably low. And if you're only going through a Dynamax Adventure to hunt a specific legendary, you are literally doing like 20-minute resets per shiny. Like, I forget the person's name. I used to follow him on Twitter. He did the math, and it was like the average speed of seeing a shiny is slower than just random wild encounters in Sword and Shield. Well, X and Y had a battle tower, but yeah, there wasn't much to do besides breeding. Well, the thing is, solo Dynamax adventures are fast, but like they're a lot group Dynamax adventures are a lot slower because of all of the online aspect. I do think it's a shame Nintendo's charging for their online services. I really wish they wouldn't. What was broken about the Brilliant Method Hunt? I don't think it was broken. It seems to work just fine. Yeah, I don't think it's broken. I'm pretty sure it works just fine. It's just, it is a weird, the way it works is very strange. I don't disagree with that necessarily, right? It is a weird way to have it work, but it works. For what it's worth, a lot of people also put in the stake that sales are something meaningful that like are indicative of a game's quality. Like, I don't think Scarlet and Violet being the most sold Pokemon game really has anything to do with the game being good or bad. Why is check details first? It's so annoying. Gosh, dude. Get out of here. Just over this hill. I kind of hope they stop with the raids. I don't particularly enjoy the way the Pokemon series has done raids in either Gen 8 or Gen 9. I think they're both bad. I mean, I think the Gen 9 raids are a little more engaging. Some of the 7-star raids are actually challenging to figure out. That's a cool idea. I just don't like them that much. What? Oh, I have to battle it? I didn't realize I was that far out. Get some by the pool. I for sure thought that was one. There's two right here. Wow. Where is Flamigo? Is he safe? What do you mean, Flamigo? What's Flamigo got to do with this? Oh, no. I just trade a Pokemon over. So I trade my Meowscarada to another game, candy it up, and then send this fella back. I've successfully gathered 10 Sunflora. Wow. Yeah, I definitely prefer Pokemon to be a single-player experience. Also, I will say, the chanting song in this... The gym leader song in this game is good. I'm not gonna complain. But it definitely doesn't feel like the crowd chanting makes sense without the big stadium, you know? Yeah, Flambeau. The Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus, you cannot soft reset for them in any Gen 8 or 9 game. So you have to soft reset for them on the 3DS. There's probably something else I'm forgetting about, too. Cresselia is super annoying to get on the Switch with good stats. Yeah, I do think probably dealing with Roamer, Cress, and BDSP is not that good. But I've never RNG manipped it, so. You can RNG manip it in BDSP, but I do think just RNG manipping a 0 speed Cress and Black and White 2 is going to be quicker. I remember I did it for Freeze Eye's team, and it literally took 25 minutes to get Cress, and that was it. Yeah, you can't control your seed either. The best tech for a lot of these Pokemon is to just get them with X speed or whatever speed you need in Gen 7 and then cap them when you trade. I need to catch some Pokemon before I do her base, but... What the? This is her base? Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I should go to the bathroom anyway. Alright, I'll go around the long way. Do I even have Pokeballs? I'll legit just catch like the first 2 things that I see. Can women not be muscular? What a stupid statement. They intentionally made a bunch of muscular women to increase representation of different body types. Oh, I don't want Deerling. There's a Murkrow here. There you go. Gosh, I so wish you could turn animations off in this game. Can you behave like Litleo? Please? This is crazy, actually. Did your capture rate really that much lower? Really? This is insane. It'll faint to headbutt, though. I don't understand. I'm gonna literally have to run and buy more Pokeballs. Really cool, bro. Can we just catch? Can you just get in my party, bro? Yeah, we're gonna run then. Do you join my party? I only have like 3 Pokeballs, so... 2. Where's the entrance? Just the entrance, but... Possible to get Pokerus from your Celebi event? It should be. Lord. All right, later, NK. I don't really remember dialogue off the top of my head, like, for what you would be talking about. Pokemon's always been for children and has always been a bit silly. Why not buy a Switch 2? What? Strange thing to say. Oh yeah, Nintendo anti-consumer shit, but they can do it to the Switch 1 as well. Not just Switch 2. Nintendo is increasing the price of the Switch? Is that true? It is up to by $50. They're increasing it. Dude, the R button isn't working. Thank you. Bro, can we get this? Whew. That has nothing to do with the Switch 2. What?